Okay, guys, as promised, I'm going through the episodes here of Harry and Meghan. I'm surprised Meghan actually let Harry have the first name. It should have been Meghan and Harry, hey, but Harry and Meghan, the Netflix doco series, there's Smirky Meghan, because she thinks she can get away with lying, but I think we're all onto her. I thought her first lie, thought her first lie was 10-minute mark of the first episode, but about 5.5 minutes in, she lies about liking Prince Harry. So let's have a look at this. Here we go.
Prince William or Prince Harry? I don't know. Harry. Harry? Sure.
Sure, Harry, because she wasn't even interested in him. So this thing about her mutual friend sending Harry the picture of the video, Snapchat video, where she's got the floppy doggy ears and everything. She was just after someone rich. She wasn't even interested in Harry. Wasn't even on her radar, I don't think. I think she was more interested in getting a football star. So this was after all this anyway. So she actually meets us about a year before they met. So let's have a listen. Here we go.
Sure.
Sure. What year was that?
Now, this is quite interesting because you think that Jesus Enrique Rosas is a good body language guy, but I'm pretty good myself. I studied Alan Pease many years ago when body language was first coming out. Anyone in Australia in the 1980s would remember Alan Pease, and I love that show. And just have a look at this. She blinks. She blinks rapidly when she's gotten caught out. Have a look.
What year was that?
See that rapid blinking? She's just, because her brain's just going overload. It's like, oh my God, I've got caught out. I need to come up with something. So that rapid blinking is when she's nervous and she's got caught out. Keep that in mind. And then she tends to smirk when she's telling a lie and thinks she's pulling the wool over her eyes. So here we go. Have a look again.
What year was that?
So rapid blinking is when she's nervous and she's trying to make up something really quickly. I'm surprised this got into the show because she got caught out, but she probably thought that she did a good job of covering up, as you'll see as we play the clip. And she probably thought, makes me look good. We'll keep it in. Here we go.
October 2015.
October 2015?
Less than a year.
Before we met?
So Harry's sort of looking for an explanation, like, well, you don't seem too interested in me.
Funny, I'm sorry. I of course choose you.
Okay. Wait.
I tell you what, I remember this specifically. I was like, what the freak? I almost threw up. It's like, Harry, you dumbass. She's just basically told you that she wasn't really interested in you at all. She was more interested in Prince William, I think, because Freddie thought, Prince William's taken. Harry, I guess. Leftover, the spare, the crumbs, seconds. Just probably looked at how much it was worth and thought, oh, yeah, Harry.
This just, again, shows how little you knew.
Oh. So Harry's thinking that she got to know him and fell in love. Oh, mate, no. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
It looked like how far we've come.
She's nervous again. Have a look at the rapid eye movement.
It looked like how far we've come.
She's not comfortable. She's nervous.
Prince William or...
It was quite interesting. The next frame was the red sky. It's like, yeah, red flag, Harry. That was the big red flag. So, more lies from Meghan. It was when she said she didn't really even know Harry and had to look him up. And she made out she wasn't interested in the royal family. But in one of my other videos, we've got this photo turned up where Meghan is in front of Buckingham Palace. This was 1996. I made up this video just stirring that I could have dated Meghan because I was actually in London in 1996 around the same time, July 1996. So, yeah, she was interested in the royal family. you wouldn't pose in front of Buckingham Palace if you weren't interested in the royal family, unless she's that dopey that she thought it was just some nice big house, but I doubt it. And she's smart. I'll get into some areas where she's pretty smart. I don't believe she comes up with that's her like her out. Whenever she gets caught out in something, she's got I didn't know that. She does the naive card that she doesn't know anything. She's just sweet and innocent. Whenever there was a problem with protocol, I didn't know that. Nobody taught me. I had to Google the national anthem. Oh my God. So sorry, guys. If I knew, I would have, really studied up and, done the right thing. It's like, nah, bullshit. Right, so let's have a look at this. This is one of the first major things I found out about Meghan that really put me against her. This is a Suits question and answer with cast and producer, ATX TV Festival 2015. I'll leave the link in the description. I did a whole video on this. Didn't get that many views, but it's probably more interesting now that we know more about Meghan. So let's run this. This is Meghan describing how she got into the entertainment industry. Got her SAG card, the Screen Actors Guild card. So, which is what you need. You need to get into the union, and so you get more work. So let's have a listen to how she got her Screen Actors Guild card.
Meghan, how about yours?
Yeah, I think I was Taft-Hartley'd.
Taft-Hartley'd. This is what I mean. She researches. She knows the system, then pretends that she doesn't know the system, right? So basically, she lied about being in the union. Now, interestingly, look at the guy next to her, one of her cast members. I don't watch Suits, so anyone who watches Suits, you'll know this cast member. He's pretty disgusted with what Meghan did. Have a look.
Which is I like pretended that I was union, and you have to. It was a pilot called Century City with Hector Elizondo and Johan Griffith, and
he's like, what the frig? Meghan, my fellow co-star, lied about being in the union to get work.
and I
See his face there. See the tense in his temples. Body language, guys. Body language. Have a look. He's tensed up. It's like, I'm pissed off.
that I was union, and you have to. It was a pilot called Century City with Hector Elizondo and Johan Griffith.
Yeah,
and,
he's not happy.
And I got there, and they were like, "So you're union?" I'm like, "Of course I'm union. Yeah, absolutely I'm union." And then I wasn't. And casting, to this day, those casting directors will never hire me. They never. I can't even remember what their names were.
She admits she burnt the bridges right there. That those casting directors will never hire her again because she lied about being union and made their life difficult for themselves. They obviously lost their reputation as casting directors because they didn't maybe check that Meghan was union or... not good, hey, guys.
You told them you're
I told them I was union, and then they had to Taft-Hartley me.
See, he's just tense. Look at his temples. Tense. He is not happy. He's found out about Meghan, and he is not happy. He's been Markled.
It's just like them sending one piece of paperwork.
Then now she's glossing it. Oh, they just had to send one piece of paper in, because basically, if you've got a full union workplace, they can do like some Taft-Hartley Act where they can bring in non-union members and they got to fill out some paperwork and so forth, and it'd be a pain in the ass, put it that way. And if she told them, after the shoot, they'd have to come in and reshoot it if they didn't do this. So basically, she's got them over the coals, and they basically got manipulated, and they wouldn't be happy about that.
Union, but it makes you.
You're the Mike Ross of.
I was such a fraud.
So there we go. That's where you see that I'm such a fraud. It's in the Royal Grift. She puts that at the end of her videos, and I've used it before as well. It might have even been before the Royal Grift. Maybe Royal Grift got it from me and figured out that is just a perfect ending. I should use it at the end of my videos too. It's quite a good ending. So yeah, she's admitting she's such a fraud, and he's sort of thinking, "Wow, I'm working with a fraudster. I am working with a fraudster here.
The Mike Ross of auditioning, whatever. I had like a line in it.
I remember Century City.
Yeah, and he's still not happy. You see his hands. He's like, ugh, he just wants to rip her freaking head off. So what the fuck are you doing with the industry, dude? Now I'm associated with you. All right, so I'll leave it there. I'll leave the foot. It goes for like, oh man, was it 36 and a half minutes this interview? So yeah, have a look if you're interested. I'll leave the in the description the full link, and I'll get on to Oprah. Another example of where Meghan pretends to be very naive, but has done her research. So this is all about the title. So Meghan goes, but the idea of our son not being safe, and also the idea of the first member of colour in his family not being titled in the same way that our grandchildren would be, the other piece of that conversation is there's a convention. I forget if it was George V or George VI convention. Like, details. Who the hell knows about the... Like, first she knows nothing about the royal family, and then she knows all these details about George V, George VI convention. Which way is it, Meghan? Are you naive or are you smart? I think you're smart and pretend to be naive. Yeah, is that when you're a grandchild of the monarchy, so when Harry's dad becomes king, automatically Archie and our next baby will become prince or princess or whatever they're going to be. So yeah, but Charles wasn't king at the time, was he? So you don't automatically get the titles. See what I mean? She knows. She researches everything. No, in the further on in the series, Mum talks about how smart she was, how Meghan, she couldn't do Meghan's homework because she was way above her in the smarts. She couldn't even help her do the homework. So yeah, and just bragging about she got honours and all that sort of thing. So there we go, guys. That's what do you think? I don't think Meghan actually was interested in Harry at all, to be quite honest. I think he just became an option. When she needed to get out of Canada, burnt her bridges there. Somebody was saying that she didn't get a contract renewed with Suits, which would make a lot of sense because it seemed like she was desperate to grab onto her next branch and next rung of the social climbing ladder and work her way up because she was basically going to be unemployed. And a lot of actors like that. They're just going from one job to the other, and they're just one job away from being unemployed, really. There's not a stable profession, that's for sure. So in that respect, I can't blame her, but the way she puts it out, that she wanted to be single, she was really successful, the series was doing great, I think that's total rubbish. I don't think that happened at all. So if you got some evidence that she was... I think someone was saying that season that she was doing before she met Harry was going to be her last season. And I did a video, my first video we'll put up there, and I'll run through the ratings of Suits and how they were tanking. So that makes sense. Maybe they're going to, cancel the show altogether. So there we go, guys. We'll call this lie 1-2, I think, because it's got to do with the first lie that she was after a rich boyfriend. So. And she wasn't. She just pretended that she wanted to be single. So we'll lump it into that one. We'll move on to the next line. In the next video, I'll hunt through and we'll see what I can find. The Royal Grift. She did a good video on how she thought they were just cruising around Brooklyn, pretending that the paparazzi were chasing him. I picked that up early in the trailer that the car was stationary, looking behind. It's like, oh my God, we're being chased. It's like, well, you're stationary, dudes. You're not being chased at all. Like, this following scene was, a motion car coming towards them, through the rear window. And it's like, no, you weren't being chased. You were stationary. You're just sitting in some traffic and they're looking around. Oh my God, is that the same scooter rider? Is he following us again? It's just, and at that point I realized this thing's just going to be a comedy because it's just full of lies. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, it's entertaining in that way. I can't wait to watch the next 3 episodes because they're going to be just as entertaining. I'm going to do some videos later on about slavery and can't remember the guy's name that got shot, some black guy, and I'll do the white woman version of that to counter it, because we might as well counter if she wants to be an activist for how blacks are being badly treated by whites. I can be an activist on how whites get treated badly by blacks as well. So we'll counter, we'll balance it up. We'll have a nice balanced argument here. So everyone's a victim, really. You can either be the victim or you can just move on. All right, guys, so I'll leave it there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave your comments below. You're doing really well. I'm learning some things from your comments too, expanding my knowledge. So keep it up, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.